So I just received my blood from the blood bank. I'm going to do a quick preliminary check with the dispense document, assignment label, and product label before I do my checks with my second nurse. So I'm checking that I've got this blood for Kelly Boyd, B-O-Y-D, Kelly Boyd, B-O-Y-D, birth date 160572, 160572, MRN number 754-28324, 754-28324. Perfect. The blood is, my patient's blood is O positive, O positive. The product blood is O positive, O positive, and O positive. Good. So I'm gonna grab my second nurse, and we're gonna do our 2 checks right now before we go into the patient's bedside. For the purpose of this video, I'm gonna do 1 round of those checks outside of the patient's room with the second nurse. So during that check, we're going to be looking at the consent form, the physician's orders, and the dispense document, as well as the assignment label and the product label. So right now, this is the check with the second nurse. So, patient's name is Kelly Boyd, B-O-Y-D, Kelly Boyd, B-O-Y-D, Kelly Boyd, B-O-Y-D, Kelly Boyd, B-O-Y-D. MRN number 754-28324, 754-28324, 754-28324, 754-28324. Birth date 160572, 160572, 160572, 160572. Perfect. Patient's blood type is O positive, O positive, O positive. The product type, O positive down here, O positive on here, O positive on the bag. The product number is on the bag, C0521 09 123456, C0521 09 123456, and I'm comparing to the dispense document, C0521 09 123456. Perfect. The product expiry is on the bag, 20th of September 2020, 1236. And 20th of September 2020, 1236. Good. I believe that, oh, and it says the cross-match results are compatible and compatible. So I've now completed my 2 checks with my nurse outside of my patient's room. My blood is attached to tubing that's already, because I'm reusing the tubing and the blood for the purposes of the video. So now I'm going to go in to see my patient. Oh, and I've also checked my blood for any clumps. The coloring looks good, and there's no leaks in the bag. Okay. Hi, Kelly. My name's Julia. I'm going to be administering a bag of blood to you today. Has your doctor gone over this procedure with you before?
Yep.
Awesome. Perfect. And I just want to double check and confirm that this is your consent form. That is your signature?
Yep.
Awesome. Perfect. So let me just check your wristband. Can you spell can you tell me your first and last name?
Kelly Boyd.
Can you spell your last name for me?
B-O-Y-D.
Awesome. And your birthday?
May 16, 1972.
Awesome. And your MRN numbers? 754-28324, 754-28324. Awesome. So I want to check your IV site, and I want to make sure that it's going to be good for me to use for this blood administration. So can you just lift your arm to here for me? Thank you. So I'm looking for redness and swelling. Any heat? I don't feel any heat. Is it painful for you?
Nope.
Okay. So while I'm checking to see if it's patent, I'm just going to do a flush. So cleaning the site for 30 seconds. 30 seconds has passed. Now I've got my flush. Going to do push-pause technique. 1, 2, 3, 5 times, and then I'm pushing and locking my final time. And I didn't see any of the saline infiltrating the space around the vein, so I feel confident that the IV site is going to be appropriate to use for my blood administration. Good. So I'm going to do my final check now with the nurse. You can put your arm down. Thank you so much, Kelly. So final check with the nurse, checking my documents and my blood in the assignment label. Got Kelly Boyd here, Kelly Boyd, Kelly Boyd, Kelly Boyd, Kelly Boyd, and your wristband says Kelly Boyd, and you've confirmed it's Kelly Boyd. MRN numbers 754-28324, 754-28324, 754-28324, 754-28324, and on the band it said the same. Birth date 160572, 160572, 160572, 160572, 160572. Awesome. Perfect. So I've done, and the blood is O positive, O positive, O positive, positive, O positive. I've done my final check with my nurse. Now, once I set up this tubing, I've already calculated my drip rate. Island Health policies, the first 15 minutes, the flow rate is 50 milliliters per hour, so that gives me a drop rate of 8 drops per minute for the first 15 minutes. For the remainder of the 3 hours, I will be adjusting the drop rate to 19 drops per minute, according to my med math. And I'm going to be doing my vitals right now. I've just completed my vitals. This is to give me reference during the process to make sure that my patient's healthy throughout and is not having an adverse reaction. I've got my normal saline here, primed and prepped, ready to go if in the case of a transfusion reaction. So now I am ready to set up my tubing, and this is tubing that I've already previously used, so the prep, I'm not going to be able to, it's already primed. Yeah. So, got my tubing here. This would be new. Most important thing is that when I'm priming this tubing, that I am priming the chamber on an angle to protect the red blood cells. And I need to do this upside down because I'm reusing the bag of blood. So, keeping this sterile in the inside. Up, spiking the bag. There we go. And this is locked. Hanging the bag. Okay, so now I'm going to prime the line, but mostly I'm going to be priming the chamber because the line already has blood in it. So I'm going to hold the chamber on an angle to protect the red blood cells and very slowly let the cells fill the filter. There it goes. It's difficult for using the tubing. I'm getting dye on my floor. So, keeping this at an angle. Oh, goodness. Keeping that protected. This at an angle. And filling the filter. And I'm doing it slowly to protect the red blood cells. And because I'm reusing this tubing, it's not going 100% according to plan, but the principles are that I'm protecting the red blood cells. I'm doing this all slowly, and I prime the line to just at the just where it would meet the IV site, and once that's primed, I'm ready to attach it to my patient's IV site. First I want to do is flush the IV site. So can you bring your arm up? Thank you. So I clean my site for 30 seconds. And 30 seconds has passed. I'm flushing the IV site. Unlocked, push pause 5 times, push lock, keeping the keeping the vein open. Next I'm cleaning this port again for 30 seconds. 30 seconds has passed, and uncap the tubing. Prepped right to the end of the tubing. Attach that to my patient's IV site. Unlock. I'm unlocking the IV site so that the blood can enter the IV, and I would be unlocking here. You can put your arm down, thank you. I would be opening up this so that I'm getting 8 drops per minute according to my med math. Now, patient, I'm going to be staying with you for the first 15 minutes of this administration of blood. Do you have any questions for me right now?
Nope.
Okay, so for the first 15 minutes, I'm staying with you to make sure that you're not having a transfusion reaction. For you, this is going to look like shortness of breath, fever, sorry, maybe not fever, possibly fever, but chills is what you'd feel, headache, itchiness, that kind of thing. If you experience any of those, please let me know as soon as possible. If you do experience a transfusion reaction, I'm going to disconnect the blood, and I'm going to attach the normal saline that I've already prepped. And if you experience any of these while I'm not in the room, please ring your call bell. I'm going to do your vital signs again in 5 minutes, again in 10 minutes, and then every 30 minutes until the 3 hours is up. Okay?
Yep.
And I have this card here for you to keep in your records to say you had a blood transfusion on this day.
Okay.
Okay, thank you so much.